Today, I'm going to give you the best tips to complete the Devil's Lair Grandmaster Nightfall easily. This guide will cover the best tips for each encounter for getting easy and fast runs in this Grandmaster. As always, timestamps can be found in the description below, so without wasting any more time, let's hop into the guide. Opening with Loadouts, your team will need to deal with Barrier and Overload champs, which isn't too much of a problem. For primaries, my team ran a variety of things such as Wish Hinder and Riptide, but Arbalest and Blinding Grenades will also work well, since there are many sections in the strike where you'll have a lot of ad control. For secondaries, I once again ran for Barons due to how effective it is in this strike. That said, you can also get away with using Land Monarch for Overload champions or Trinity Ghoul for the Arc Singe. For heavy weapons, run Rockets or Arc Linears for the Arc Singe. For subclasses, I'd recommend you running Solar, Stasis, or Arc Warlock for this GM. For Hunters and Titans, you can get away with Void or Strand for this GM. For mods, consider running Void Resistance and Concussive Dampener to take less damage from the boss. With that being covered, let's get to the tips. For the opening part, your team can take the Sparrow route you're seeing for the safest route. While you could run it down the middle, you have a higher chance of dying since you're going to be driving through a large number of enemies that will destroy you fast. Once you reach the little platform on the left side, have your team kill the Overload champ here. Once it's dead, you can either move on with your Sparrow or have your Invis Hunter invis everyone to get through easily. Other than that, there's not much more to say here. For the laser section, my team found using the crater on the opposite side of the room from where you entered to be the best for taking ads out. It provides the most protection from the ads you'll be fighting and will funnel the ads to make for Barons and Trinity Ghoul strong. If your team chooses to not use the crater, then you can use the balcony by the machine you need to scan to kill ads, but it could be slightly riskier and a little slower. My team didn't do anything special here besides chaining Zoopers, so there's not much more to say here. Once the Overload captain and most ads die in the third wave, you can move on. For the outside portion, take out the ads by the outpost that is closest to the outside entrance and then the outpost to the left. It's worth noting that while you're focusing ads, you do not want to get close to the building that the barrier servitor was by, as that'll spawn the walker and will make clearing ads a little more difficult. Once those are dead, your team can either kill ads and Briggs first, then focus tank, or kill the tank first, then focus ads and Briggs. My team chose to focus the tank and then ads to try to get to ad killing faster, since that will take up most of your time. Once the tank is dead, have your team focus on the two Briggs. Tethering one of them will speed up the process of taking them out, since they're usually really annoying to deal with up until their crit spot is exposed. Once the two Briggs are dead, kill the rest of the ads and move on. The next area is the final boss. My first tip is to utilize the left room for cover. You can have one player shooting at the ads through the broken windows while having your Forbearance player firing grenades down the hallway next to you. But feel free to go about doing this in whatever way you feel necessary. It is worth noting that outside of the first two overloads that you will kill before the boss becomes vulnerable, you'll only have two more overloads which will spawn during the second health gate, which will happen after you've dealt 67% of the boss's health. Outside of that, there's nothing too special. Have your team utilize well to melt the boss, then use the left room to kill ads, and this will lead you to an easy Devil's Lair completion. Well, that'll wrap up this guide. If you found it helpful, consider dropping a like and subscribing for more Destiny 2 content dropping weekly. If you want more content from me, then consider checking out my streams that happen right here on YouTube, or go check out my hot take series that happens right here on YouTube and on my TikTok. Otherwise, you can find the links to my other social media platforms in the description below. With that being said, I'm SniperKH, and I'm out. Good luck with gaming.